Useful to the physician in assisting him to cure are the particulars of the most probable exciting cause of the acute disease, as also the most significant points in the whole history of the chronic disease, to enable him to discover its fundamental cause, which is generally due to a chronic miasm. In these investigations, the ascertainable physical constitution of the patient, especially when the disease is chronic, his moral and intellectual character, his occupations, mode of living and habits, his social and domestic relations, his age, sexual function, and are to be taken into consideration. This aphorism, penned by the father of homeopathy, Samuel Hahnemann, guides physicians on how to effectively diagnose and treat patients by considering a wide range of factors. It emphasizes a holistic approach, understanding not just the symptoms but the individual as a whole. So, let's unravel the wisdom embedded in Aphorism 5 and see how it translates to better healthcare. Aphorism 5 stresses the importance of identifying the acute causes of a disease. What does that mean? Imagine you have a patient complaining of a sudden onset of fever, chills, and body aches. As a physician, your first task is to figure out what triggered this. Was it exposure to cold weather, a recent viral infection, or perhaps a specific allergen? Identifying these immediate triggers is crucial for effective treatment. Think of it like detective work. You're gathering clues to understand the origin of the problem. This involves asking the right questions about the onset of symptoms, any potential exposures, and recent changes in the patient's environment or lifestyle. By pinpointing the acute cause, you can target your treatment more effectively. For example, if the fever is due to a viral infection, rest, fluids, and perhaps some over-the-counter remedies might be all that's needed. However, if the cause is bacterial, antibiotics might be necessary. Understanding the acute cause helps us determine the appropriate course of action. It's about addressing the root of the problem, not just masking the symptoms. Remember, effective treatment starts with accurate diagnosis, and that begins with understanding the acute cause. Now let's move on to the second key element of Aphorism 5, understanding the history of chronic disease. This is where we delve deeper into the patient's medical past. We're not just talking about their current symptoms, we're looking at their long-term health journey. Have they suffered from any chronic conditions like asthma, diabetes, or autoimmune diseases? This information is vital because chronic diseases can significantly influence how the body responds to acute illnesses. For instance, a patient with a history of asthma might experience more severe respiratory symptoms during a common cold. Similarly, someone with diabetes needs to be extra cautious about managing their blood sugar levels during any illness. Knowing the history of chronic disease allows us to tailor our treatment approach. It helps us anticipate potential complications and adjust our recommendations accordingly. It's like having a roadmap of the patient's health, guiding us towards the most effective treatment strategy. Remember, every patient is unique, and their medical history plays a crucial role in understanding their current health status. Now, this is where things get really interesting. Aphorism 5 introduces us to a concept unique to homeopathy, the fundamental cause, also known as the chronic miasm. Think of miasms as underlying predispositions or weaknesses within the body that make individuals susceptible to certain types of illnesses. These miasms are often inherited and can linger for generations, influencing the overall health trajectory of an individual. Hahnemann identified 3 primary miasms: psora, psychosis, and syphilis. Each miasm is associated with a specific set of symptoms and disease tendencies. For example, psora is linked to skin conditions, allergies, and mental emotional disturbances. Psychosis is associated with overgrowths, warts, and hormonal imbalances. Syphilis, on the other hand, is linked to destructive processes in the body, affecting bones, joints, and the nervous system. Now, it's important to note that these miasms are not the same as the conventional understanding of these diseases. They represent a deeper energetic disturbance within the body that can manifest in various ways. Identifying the dominant miasm in a patient is crucial for selecting the most appropriate homeopathic remedy. It's like understanding the underlying terrain of the body, which helps us choose the remedy that can best address the root cause of the illness. Aphorism 5 emphasizes the importance of a holistic evaluation. This means we're not just looking at the physical symptoms, we're considering the whole person, their mental, emotional, and even spiritual well-being. This involves understanding their lifestyle, habits, sleep patterns, diet, stress levels, and emotional state. Why is this so important? Because all these factors play a role in shaping our health. For example, chronic stress can weaken the immune system, making us more susceptible to infections. Similarly, poor dietary choices can lead to nutritional deficiencies and contribute to various health problems. By taking a holistic approach, we can identify the interconnectedness of various aspects of a patient's life and how they contribute to their overall health. It's like piecing together a puzzle, where each piece represents a different aspect of the patient's being. This comprehensive understanding allows us to provide more personalized and effective treatment. Now, based on the information gathered through identifying acute causes, understanding the history of chronic disease, considering the fundamental cause, and conducting a holistic evaluation, we arrive at the final step, formulating a personalized treatment plan. This is where the true beauty of Aphorism 5 shines. It's not about applying a one-size-fits-all approach. It's about tailoring the treatment to the individual's unique needs. This might involve a combination of lifestyle modifications, dietary recommendations, stress management techniques, and of course, the selection of the most appropriate homeopathic remedy. Remember, the goal is not just to suppress symptoms, but to stimulate the body's innate healing capacity. Homeopathic remedies are chosen based on the principle of like cures like. This means a substance that can cause certain symptoms in a healthy person can, in a highly diluted form, treat those same symptoms in a sick person. The remedy is chosen based on the totality of symptoms, taking into account the physical, mental, and emotional aspects of the individual. This personalized approach ensures that we're addressing the root cause of the illness, promoting long-term well-being. Today, we've covered the essential elements of Aphorism 5 in homeopathy. We've seen how identifying acute causes, understanding the history of chronic disease, considering the fundamental cause, and conducting a holistic evaluation are all crucial steps towards personalized treatment. Remember, Aphorism 5 is not just a guideline for homeopathic physicians, it's a philosophy of healthcare that emphasizes understanding the individual as a whole. If you found this informative, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. Stay healthy and see you in the next video.